The Kampala TV series brings together various young creatives in an epic format performance with the aim of educating, informing and entertaining both local and international audiences.
You know, it's a story about a boy who came from northern Uganda because people were teaching him in school, telling him about Kampala. So he was tired of being taught about a city that he has never reached. So he came to Kampala. When he reached Kampala, there were so many things. For him, in his mind, he thought it was a place with milk and honey. But when he reached Kampala, there were so many things, so many changes. You needed to work, you needed to go to school. He became a street kid.
As the movie industry of Uganda begins to blossom, it is becoming more relevant to tell stories that relate to the way Ugandans live.
For me, when I look at the emotional investment that the Ugandan artists have put to bring out their own stories that everybody can identify with is a plus for me. And this is a springboard of Uganda's movie industry. What you're seeing is just the tip of the iceberg. Rest assured in the next few years, we're going to see quality movies.
This is the reason as to why Atonga Media partnered with the Center for Research in Energy and Energy Conservation to give a platform for these innovations.
So through film, we have the stories told, the technologies exposed to people through feature films and all these other approaches, and then we are able to talk about increased access. We want to see more people using clean energy in the country and in the regions.
Just like many other deluxe movies being released this year, the Kampala TV series was produced during the 2020 COVID-19 lockdown, leaving one to wonder if the film industry in Uganda is lucrative, considering the immense preparations needed to make successful productions.
Yeah, they do get paid. Like I said, at the end of the day, it depends on what production you own. There are productions that have, low budgets, so it's all about the talent, the love for what you're doing. But where we are right now, people are being paid.
And people have been doing that. Many filmmakers are now making films and they're very exciting films. And they've started traveling, they've started crossing borders. So I believe that in 2 to 3 years, Uganda will be a very big hub for film.
Kampala, the capital city of Uganda, is located at the shores of Lake Victoria. This city is filled with so many attractions, destinations and tourists. Kampala, the capital city of Uganda, is one of the most beautiful cities in Africa, which is within a split distance of Lake Victoria. The common transportation in Kampala city are taxis and border boarders. Border boarders are motorcyclists who keep the city very busy and lively to be in. It is very amazing for the first time in Ugandan history for a Ugandan like me to think of making a wonderful TV series called Kampala.
Thank you so much for inviting us, and thank you for the show, the premiere. Yes, my name is Ian Thompson Steve. I'm the film director. I'm the director of Kampala TV series.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Steve. May I please move on to the lovely lady?
Well, first of all, thank you for inviting us. My name is Kashumba Grace Natasha, and I'm the writer.
before we go any further, I would like to say that you have really done an amazing TV series. It's the first TV series that I've ever had to be named after our own city.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And so I will begin from Miss, our lovely writer. And could you please tell us, how did you come up with the aspect to write about Kampala, like this TV series?
Okay, well, the story is his story. I'm just a writer. But when we were writing the story, we wanted to depict Kampala basically in a way to show different classes that are in Kampala, but from a different aspect, a different eye, someone that is out of Kampala. So when we were writing, we thought of someone who can come from the village and show Kampala to the world.
When I created the Kampala, I was basing on our stories coming from northern Uganda, and my friends had so many stories they had about Kampala. Most of them didn't get the opportunity to come to Kampala, and yet the teachers were busy telling us, Kampala is the capital city of Uganda. And that was exciting, but you know, something that is being told to you, but you don't have a chance to even get there. So growing up, we saw so many kids trying to escape just to come and have a glance at Kampala so they can go back. Because for them in their heads, they thought it was a place flowing with milk and honey. You don't have to work. All you need to do is wake up in the morning and go to the fridge, watch TV, and that is it. I kept the story for so long, and it was until I met Grace, great writer. When I saw what she had already done, I told her, I think you're the best person to write Kampala.
Kampala definitely does not flow with milk and honey, only if you work hard. But why did you put it as a story out there to the world?
Well, I know that America sold America by showing movies. There are people who have gone to America without going to America. You get? People have watched films that show you that there's a building like this in America. And in your head, you know that, you know, to tell you a story, I had a friend who actually watched the film and told me, oh, this film was actually shot in the UK. And I asked him, was that where you were staying when you were in the UK? And he told me, no, I saw in another movie and they said it was UK. So, I mean, for me, it was an opportunity to sell our country using the beautiful city, Kampala. For me, when I make a film, I'm either speaking for people who cannot speak for themselves, or I'm trying to change a life or lives.
Now, when you were writing the Kampala TV series, what challenges did you face?
Well, every film has their own challenges, and some of them are minor, some of them are actually very big, some of them, you know, every filmmaker will tell you, no, my challenges were actually finances. I can tell you that God was very faithful when we were making Kampala. We got partners on board at a time when I didn't even expect. I'm a believer, I'm born again. So, and most of the films that I make, trust me, the Lord has to speak to me first about the film that I'm making this year, this film that I'm making next year, because God works in every season, time and season. So for me, I knew that it was time and the season for Kampala. And when I contacted, we have very many scripts, we have very many films that are not yet done. But when I knew that this was the time for Kampala, I started talking to people, and by the grace of God, people just came. So we didn't really have a lot of challenges. The challenges we had were actually positive challenges. We had too much yuga roll to eat, and a lot of learning. I didn't know about energy, and when we got CREEC on board as one of our partners, we had to change the script to actually, you know, for the good, to suit like what they were doing, what they do as CREEC.
Center for Research in Energy and Energy Conservation, in short CREEC, is an organization that looks at increasing access to modern types of energy through applied research, training and capacity building for companies, individuals in the energy sector, as well as consulting and advisory services in renewable energy and energy efficiency. It was founded in 2001, so we've been there for a while. And our passion is really to bring about change in the country as we do advance interventions in renewable energy and energy efficiency. We want to change lives. We want to impact the youth. We want to impact the women. We want to provide channels for jobs and improving livelihoods as we increase rural electrification, as we increase access to improved cooking technologies, for instance. We work with women and we work with men, but with women we have focused programs to inspire business ideas around energy, to help them be more relevant in their homes. If you think about the many women in the country that are not employed, but they have children, school-going children. If you think about women that are single mothers, we design specific programs to empower these special categories. We spend a lot of time discussing with different categories within our 3-year or 5-year programs at CREEC on different topics to find out what the aspirations and motivations of the women are. We are not there to force them in a particular direction. Rather, we want to inspire and provide a facilitation and an environment, and also build capacity to help them achieve their dreams and their goals. So motivation for us is a very important aspect. We want to make sure that we have the facility, the equipment, the gadgets that are required to build capacity to empower the women. For instance, in some cases we've had to develop or innovate manual gadgets that the women can use easily. And so we're always innovating around what kind of technology, what kind of facilitation, simple tools that we can hand over to these women or train them on, or even train them to build for themselves to be able to achieve their goals. We know that this work is huge and we cannot work alone. In order to impact the entire country, our vision is East Africa, beyond Uganda, and now we are actually going global. So the work is immense with multiple factors for success. In order to do that, we recognize the value in partnering with people from other sectors. We're partnering with Atonga Media for this reason, to help us on the side of disseminating all the good things that we do.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Susan, and thank you so much for your CREEC organization. The work that you are doing has really helped this society. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
It is a great pleasure to be virtually here at the launch of the wonderful new Kampala television drama. I would like to say thank you very much to Mary Susan Abo, Director of the Centre for Research in Energy and Energy Conservation, CREEC, and Stephen Thompson Ayenyi, Director of Atonga Media, for inviting me. The world is undergoing a huge transformation in the way that energy is being generated, supplied and consumed. The high social and environmental costs of burning fossil fuels have created an imperative for innovation. The result has been the invention of a suite of remarkable technologies for the generation of energy from renewable sources. These include solar panels, biogas, biofuels and gasifiers, which are now at a price that is often cheaper than the fossil fuel equivalents. At the same time, there is a realization that traditional cooking techniques over open fires are a major health hazard, causing the deaths of millions of people every year from breathing in microscopic smoke particles. Women and children are disproportionately affected by this killer in the kitchen, and the results can be easily and cheaply reduced through the use of clean cook stoves. The Centre for Research in Energy and Energy Conservation on the Makerere University campus has long been at the forefront of research, testing and training of renewable energy efficient technologies.
I'm Miss Rebecca, mother to a beautiful daughter called Denise. Miss Rebecca works at a restaurant. She's a humble lady. Yeah.
Now it has gotten to this.
Sandra, have you lost your mind? Bumping into my office like this?
Why are you avoiding me?
You and I are done. I thought you have a boyfriend now.
So you're jealous?
Our character in Kampala series is Sandra. Sandra is a go-getter. She's the kind of woman that will do anything to get what she wants. It doesn't have to be a husband. It can also be money, anything.
What will it take for me to explain to you that I have a family? I am a married man and I love my wife.
Then why do you keep coming back to me?
I act as Okeng, and Okeng is a very notorious guy, which contradicts my personal life, just like Sandra said.
My character in Kampala TV series is Ogwang. As many people know as Ogwang Richard. He's a funny guy. He left the village to come and look for his young brother who got lost. Unfortunately or fortunately, he comes and finds nice things alone in Kampala. The guy becomes confused. So he's trying to chase different things. At the same time, he's trying to look for his brother, meet his cousin, but everything about my character was actually nice. I fell in love with the guy because literally he was me. He's that funny guy who doesn't know that he's funny, so he takes things lightly and everything, but honestly, I loved the character. The character may live in me for some time.
I have my two lovely, incredible young actors. As you can see, they are also professional young actors like me who have come into the industry quite early. What would you say for the young actors out there who want to be like you?
It's really nice acting, and it's all about the passion. My character, as you know, his name is Ojok. It's funny because Ojok is more of his brother, but all I love about Ojok is his urge and the love for adventure. Like you get when Ojok hears about Kampala, his grandpa is talking about Kampala, his classmates are talking about Kampala, even his teacher is talking about Kampala. So he wants to go and explore Kampala and see it for himself. Africans believe by seeing.
My name is Agaba Jimmy, and my character in the Kampala series was that of Oriem. Having had an opportunity to meet with a younger boy, Ojok, it helped me to explain to him and share my knowledge with him in trying to do more of the activities when it comes to improving the ways of the renewable energy. And mostly people will, when you watch carefully in that city, you'll find that these technologies need just the waste materials, which are very common, which are always redundant in in our surrounding. For example, the leaves, rice husks, coffee husks, to mention but a few. So most of these waste materials can be converted from trash to cash and into useful energy, which was more of the highlighting technologies. And the other technology was the one of combustion, whereby you convert this waste into briquette. Some other people call it modern charcoal, other than people dwelling on firewood and charcoal, which they are used of, but forgetting that there are other modern technologies which can be awakened or raised up in order to be used by the people around.
From today, let us assume that one of us is dead, and you're the one who is dead. Me, I'm alive. Never, don't ever follow me again. Okay, I'll give you kung fu that you've never seen. Okay, leave me. Don't worry.
Well, the first thing about following your dream, you have to be passionate about it. It doesn't have to stop at dreaming. You have to do something about it. So if you're a writer out there, try as much as possible to research and find out what you really want to write about. But just make sure that anything that you write about, let it inspire someone.
Mr. Director, could you tell us about your crew? Like, how was it acting with your crew? How were your crew members? Like, how was it? How hard was it for you guys to just start rolling the cameras and setting up everything in different places?
Today is our day one of shoot, and it's exciting. We are taking a walk from a hill. It's been very interesting, and yeah, we're happy because it's going beyond our expectation. We didn't think it would go like this. But yay, God is on our side. Yes, He's here to surprise us and yet to do amazing, and above all things.
Yeah. Day one of the shooting, and everything was nice as planned, and yeah, you can see I'm sweating. It wasn't that easy, but it was fun. I'm glad everyone enjoyed. And now we're going to shoot the home scene of the grandfather of Kelo, where we're going to enjoy none other than Sally. He's just right there behind there, the grandfather to Ogwang. So we're going to be shooting his home scenes, both evening and then night scenes. Alongside the kids are there. As you can see them, they're walking, Opio, Ojok, and then I chain. Now, as you can see us going, this was a teacher, Teacher John.
Yeah, my name
I had the role of Teacher John. And here, this was a Chan. This was a Chan, one of the co-girlfriends.
This was the super girl.
This was a Kelo. This was Kabaye, the cinematographer. Ogwang, this is Ogwang. Ogwang is there. So, Kampala, we are coming.
Well, let me start from the pre-production. When I started building this dream of Kampala, Grace, Big, Achura Frederick, and we just started, building a team together, and we had this vision of putting people together who are serious and funny at the same time. I mean, we shot in January with a different crew, and COVID came. So when COVID came, but it worked for the good, because after the lockdown, I got another team that was amazing. I got two gentlemen I got two DOPs. DOPs are directors of photography. Eddie and Don, they were willing to learn, they were willing to listen, and they were very professional. It was easy to work with them. People were really like working as a family. It was not as big as expected, but people were amazing.
My name is Okoth Peter,
in brackets, done skills. I was doing DOP, camera work.
Hello everyone, my name is Senior Patrick Omonya, boss as I was called, and I was doing sound on the Kampala TV series.
I'm Arnold Walusimbi, also known as Arnold Walmark. I was in charge of the makeup.
My name is Eddie Kasauli, cinematographer.
Emmanuel Mandebo is my name. I served as the production manager. At the same time, I was helping out on the AD department.
My name is Achuru Emmanuel Frederick Big. I was the first AD and as well as script docs of Kampala TV series. Basically, to me, Kampala was made with the intention of selling Kampala to the world in order to boost local and international tourism in a way that we wanted to cover all the aspects from the local food we have around Kampala, the social places we have, and then the way people interact in Kampala. And as well, we wanted also to bring in the aspect of domestic violence in our families because these are some of the things which happen in our families and they go unnoticed. People are suffering out there silently. So this would also act as a message for them to find a way of fixing the issues in their marriages.
It was a good experience, as in you don't have to have a mindset that I know this. They were always telling us what to do, especially Steve. Steve knows how to get what he wants out of you without coercion. He will tell you, I think you can do this, with a smile. And then, you know, before you know it, you're bringing out exactly what he expects. And at the end of it, you're also satisfied with what you've done. So it was a good experience for me.
In my previous profession, before I came to acting, it was like a one take of you say what you're going to say on stage and then it's done, it's done. Then when I moved to film, I realized there is take one, take two, so cut, action, cut, action. So.
No. I just wanted to test poison. The old plant cannot die in Kampala. This is Ugaro. Some madam gave me after I hope it's better than to come on the first test. Now you're eating yourself.
When the Liberty came through, it made me feel good. One of my best actually scenes was eating the Ugaro. When I was supposed to eat the Ugaro, so I used a lot of energy thinking I was going to eat one. So when they said action, it was almost done. They said cut. Let's do that again. Okay. So I thought maybe it's the second last shot or the last shot. I ate carefully, but knowing I'm eating one. After the one is done, then again I hear the director. Now let's get the close up.
The Rolex has been known as a common man's product, but now we want to, we want to bring it to this class that has always undermined it, so that they can now test what they've been missing about this product. So, Ugaro as a product, I think it's a product everyone would encourage everyone to test or eat, and because it's something that is it's not because we want you to eat it, but we want to improve on the saving culture as well, because not so many can afford a meal of 10 and above. But I can assure you that once you have the Ugaro of 8,000 or 5,000 or 7,000, because our meals don't probably go beyond 10,000, it's within that budget, and you can always have a drink and a product.
Yeah, I would also like to thank our partners who stood with us. It started with UBC when I gave them the idea that I wanted to shoot a TV series called Kampala. They stood with me. They didn't even doubt me any bit. They just told me, give us the budget. and they contributed to our budget. When I went to Susan of CREEC, I talked to her about the concept and I told her that how it would benefit all of us. It was shocking, but by the grace of God, she just told me we're in. And yes, people like Penthouse, who are in Penthouse. Penthouse was housing us for God knows how many days. But yeah, they were patient with us. Penthouse is amazing, like a great hotel, but they were willing to give us everything we needed for the shoot. Yuga Roll decided to feed everyone on set. We could eat Yuga Roll from morning, day, and night. And you know, the director Chris was really patient with us, because we asked for a few days, and there are times that we even went beyond the days we were supposed to shoot. But the gentleman was like, Steve, you're my brother, and you know, trust me, if you're not yet done, we're going to supply you until you're done. I also want to thank Net Studios. When we told them we wanted to do our premiere here, they've been very, understanding, and they've been working with us from the day we told them about Kampala. They even told us if you want to shoot in this place, it's okay, come and shoot. I want to thank people like Tenge. You see me dressed well with this kind of jacket. It's actually Tenge, and if you watch Kampala, you'll see all of us are smart with African outfits. Big ups to Tenge.
Thank you so much, Mr. Director and Ms. Writer, for your lovely time spent with us today. And we hope that you viewers out there will be able to get a little something from what we have talked about today, what we have discussed. And we thank you, my lovely guests, for joining us today. And have a lovely day. Goodbye.